Is your trustee mixing trust property with their own property? Maybe they're collecting rent from trust-owned property and putting it into their personal bank account, or they cashed in a life insurance policy and they put that money into their checking account. If that's your situation, then let's talk about what to do. In this video, I'll be discussing whether the trustee is allowed to mix trust property with their own property and when this situation tends to come up. The trustee has a duty to keep trust-owned property separate from other property that is not owned by the trust, and the trustee has a duty to make sure that trust property is identified as trust property. This means a trustee has to be diligent in making sure that trust property remains identified as trust property and that the trustee does not commingle trust property with other property. Suppose the trust owns an apartment building. When the settler dies, the trustee has to do a number of things. The trustee has to make sure that title to the apartment building reflects who the new trustee is. So that's going to take recording a new deed or an affidavit of change of trustee. Rent is going to be collected from the tenants of the apartment building. That rent should be deposited in a trust-owned bank account. Similarly, the trustee is going to have to pay expenses related to the apartment building. Those expenses should be paid from a trust-owned bank account. By doing those things, the trustee keeps trust property identified as trust property, and the trustee keeps that property separate from any other property. If instead the trustee collects rents and deposits those rents into their personal bank account, then the trustee has just commingled trust-owned property with their personal property. The trustee is creating a mess that's going to have to be sorted out later because the beneficiaries are going to want all of their money, not just the money that the trustee decided to keep separate. If this is your situation, then feel free to contact us. If you're not yet ready, then take a look at our trust litigation playlist, which will give you plenty of information about the entire trust litigation process, including what damages may be available to you. If you found this video helpful, then please hit the subscribe bell, leave us a comment. We'll be glad to respond if you do, and give us a thumbs up.